There's some news stories I would love to chit-chat about. Or if we don't, there's going to be a hell of a lot more paper here on Monday. Ugh. Anyway, Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan. I dare call him friend. Is that okay for me to do?
Hope he did that.
I was listening to a Legion of Skanks episode, and they were all talking about Rogan, and it's like, oh, I wanted to call Rogan, but I called him, and it was an old number. He didn't give me the new number. And then one of the guys there was like, oh, I got the new number. And it's like, oh, he doesn't give everyone the new number. He changes his, I don't know what that was. He changes his phone number and then just like weeds out people. And gives like that. And I have his new number. He gives me his new number. So that I consider friend. So Rogan is doing his show, and it's fucking huge. It is it's outperforming any of the late night bullshit that you see with the usual suspects up there on a nightly basis spewing their nonsense and unfunny crap. So he has, if you remember, he was accused of taking horse dewormer, ivermectin, when he had COVID, which the motherfucker beat in like 3 days. He just kicked the shit. COVID tapped out. Rogan put it in a naked choke, and COVID literally tapped out on him.
I gave him an arm bar.
Yeah.
An arm bar, and he choked out on me.
Rogan's like, fucking good, this big fucking round virus with all kinds of things. One of those little sticky things just tapped out on him. He's like, I've had it. So he said what he had taken. He told everybody on his show what medications he'd gotten from doctors. Ivermectin was one of them. It was a vitamin D regimen and all kinds of other things that apparently worked for the guy. Well, CNN got on it, was like, Joe Rogan's taking horse dewormer. These nuts are taking horse dewormer. Meanwhile, ivermectin's been used by so many people over the years for many things, parasitic infections, viral infections. And if you beat COVID in 3 days, maybe there's something to it. It certainly shouldn't just be shoved off as some joke of a cure or whatever. Well, they bring on Sanjay Gupta. Rogan, he works for CNN. Rogan was very critical of CNN for lying. He said they lied and said I took horse dewormer when I was prescribed this. This is a medication taken by people. It has a huge, great, successful record with human beings. They give horses aspirin. When you take aspirin, you don't go, oh, I'm taking horse aspirin. Like they do this just to fuck with people. They lied, blatantly lied. So when Sanjay Gupta went on his show for reasons unknown, I don't know why anyone from CNN would go on Rogan's show, because you know he's going to call you out on it. That's what Joe does. Thank God. And he did. And poor Sanjay, oh, did he not know? This guy is a doctor on CNN who is so used to every fucking person that asks him a question when he's on CNN, asks him the softball standard question that he has the answer for already. He's all set. I'm the doctor guy. He didn't know what the fuck to do when Rogan gets a hold of him. Watch this. It's stunning.
Horse dewormer's not a flattering thing. I get that.
It's a lie. It's a lie on a news network, and it's a lie that's a willing. That's a lie that they're conscious of. It's not a mistake.
Right.
Yeah.
They're unfavorably framing it as veterinary medicine.
Right. Well, the FDA put this thing out. You saw that. Did you see that thing that the FDA put out?
What did the FDA put out?
It was a tweet, and it was snarky. I admit it. They said, you are not a horse, you are not a cow, stop taking this stuff, or something like that.
Why would you say that when you're talking about a drug that's been given out?
I got to comment on something. First of all, this is a perfect example of an alpha male fucking over a beta male. It's such a great, when you watch those, I love animal videos.
Sure.
I love them. You see a dog, right? Like a pack of wolves or something. And one's got like the meat, and the other one comes over and it goes, ah, ah, and the other one does this thing like, literally the dog's doing this. And it's telling the alpha one, I got you. It's we know who the boss is. The body language you see here, the what they're saying, how it's reacting. Rogan is that fucking alpha wolf, and Sanjay is like, oh, don't bite my throat out. A little more.
Would you say that when you're talking about a drug that's been given out to billions and billions of people, a drug that was responsible for one of the inventors of it winning the Nobel Prize in 2015?
Yeah.
Yeah, a drug that has been shown to stop viral replication in vitro. You know that, right?
You know that.
And say that's horse dewormer. I can afford people medicine, motherfucker. This is ridiculous.
Yo, pause again.
It's just a lie.
This is Joe. This isn't just Joe going, oh, let me fuck with Sanjay Gupta about this. Joe would normally have a discussion. He wouldn't be so aggressive with a guest. I've seen him with guests that he doesn't agree with. He's not like this. This is Joe having been insulted by this fucking guy's network, now getting back. He's getting back at these motherfuckers going, no, you're a liar. Your network's a fucking liar. And he's not backing off. I think Sanjay thought, he smoked a dude with Elon Musk. This is going to be awesome.
My theory is he didn't even clear it with CNN.
Wow,
you think? Out there and it was like, listen, guys, like I'm so fucking like you said, it was like an alpha beta thing. But this guy in his head, he's like, I'm an alpha male.
Yeah,
I'm an alpha male. Like, look at me, you know how handsome I am.
Yeah, look at me.
I'm a doctor who gets pussy. This is great. You know, I'm Indian, but I'm like, you know, I'm not like one of those Indians. Like I'm like a white Indian.
Yeah, I've owned people on CNN when they book guests, and the guests they book are 10 times more beta than this motherfucker.
Right.
So, and he's like, yeah, I own them.
So he goes rogue. He goes on Joe Rogan. He's like, I'm gonna, and he starts agreeing with Joe Rogan. He's kind of like giving him like that false sense of placating. Yeah, I mean, he won a Nobel Prize.
Yeah, he
won a Nobel Prize. Yeah,
2015.
Joe Rogan's like slapping his cock on his face.
Yeah, he's mushrooming his fucking head.
A little mushroom stamp on his head.
Oh, it's fantastic to watch.
Motherfucker. This is ridiculous.
So angry.
It's just a lie.
He is mad.
But don't you think that a lie like that is dangerous on a news network when you know that they know they're lying? You know that they know that I took medicine. Like, here it is.
Here it is.
This is ivermectin.
Here it is.
You got it with
right
you.
here. Somebody gave it to me.
All right, hang on. The thing is, we're like going so fast. Like I feel like I'm missing.
Do you think that's a problem that your news network?
It was not.
He gets him right back on track.
Well, I don't.
Dude,
what did they say?
They lied
What did
and
they
said
say?
I was taking horse dewormer. First of all, it was prescribed to me by a doctor.
Yeah.
Along
They
with
shouldn't have said
a
it was
bunch of other medications.
If you got a human pill, because there were people that were taking it, the veterinary medication.
No, they weren't, by the way. Pause again. Now he's trying to say, oh, you took the human one. You're awesome, Joe Rogan. Well, you know how many of these idiots were taking horse dewormer? No one was.
Right.
They were all getting human ivermectin. So shut the fuck up. I get you, Joe. Shouldn't have said that about you because you're the one guy that took the human prescription thing. Everyone else is an idiot, though, that's taking it. Can you fucking imagine being in the hot seat like that motherfucker was? He's shitting himself. He can't even say, yeah, Joe, go fuck your mother. Fuck you. Joe would be fucking, you could just wrap him up.
I'm going to shoot this bleach.
Yeah.
This horse ivermectin because that's how it is. That's how it works.
You know it works? Formula 409. You shoot it up. It's
the veterinary medication, and you're not, obviously. You got it from a doctor, so that it shouldn't be called that.
He knows
ivermectin can be a very effective medication for parasitic disease. And as you say, it's probably, I think, 250 million people have taken it around the world.
More,
I get that.
Way more.
Way
more. Billions of people have taken it.
Can I just come back to the one I want to talk about? Two things on the ledger.
You have, before we get to that, does it bother you that the news network you work for out and out lied? Just outright lied about me taking horse dewormer.
They shouldn't have said that.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
You didn't ask? You didn't think that was you're the medicine medical guy over there.
I didn't ask. I should have asked before
but they
coming
did
on
it
your
with
podcast.
such glee.
No,
yes,
Joe.
they did. I watched.
I love it. He go, I'd like to move on to something. Of course you'd like to move on to something else. And Joe just like, no. We're going to talk about the company you work for and represent. The whole medical part of the company is you. And yeah, you lied. The company lied about him taking ivermectin, being a horse dewormer. I couldn't get enough of that fucking clip. It's so good. Good for Joe.
Some Sanjay, you're a stuttering, mumbling prick.
Look at you, Sanjay. I think you'd fold under questioning.
You're a stuttering motherfucker.
Look at him. Whole family's fucking rats. You've been a rat.
So fancy.
You motherfucker.
I'd like to analyze that piece of video to pinpoint the moment Gupta's like, why the fuck did I agree to do this?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Why did I come here? Jesus Christ. Exactly. Oh, did Joe not want to hear it?
Can't admit that it's in that these news, whatever news station it is, will tell you a flat out allegation, and then next week go, well, we were wrong about that.
Yeah.
After everyone's forgotten about it.
There's an agenda, too. It's not like they made a mistake. It's not like they said it and now Sanjay will get up there and go, ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize to Joe Rogan, and I want to correct something that was misstated here on CNN, that he had taken a horse dewormer when indeed he had taken a human drug. You won't see that. No. They'll never do that because it's an agenda. They want people to think that if someone beat COVID in 3 days, that they're mental patients, that it would have happened anyway because whatever, it's like rolling the dice. Some people die, some people don't even feel COVID. It's an amazing miracle of fucking disease. But they want you to think that, some people are standing up on a hill naked, beating a drum, and they beat COVID. Like, that's the kind of mental patients, unless you're vaccinated. That's the smart, sensible American way to do it. Anything else is horse fucking dewormer. And that was their agenda. And they know Joe Rogan has a giant fucking audience, and that Joe Rogan isn't partisan. Joe Rogan will talk about anything, and it won't be along party lines. And they are so fucking petrified of that. He's got a huge audience, and it's not agenda driven. So what do? You try to discredit him. And he knew that's exactly what the fuck they were doing. I've spoken to him about it. They're good friends. And he called him out. Like a fucking man. He called him out on it. Beautiful.
Yeah. Those allegations, and it's like Joe Rogan goes, all right, I'm an idiot. I don't know anything about anything. I'm full of shit. But this is my opinion, and this is the questions that I'm asking you. As a guy who has a show, I just happen to have millions of followers. But let me ask you questions about this. Let me be inquiring about this. Well, no, you can't. You can't.
No,
don't do that.
Ask.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, science. Believe the science. You're a maniac.
Well, in the 50s, most doctors recommend Marlboro Lights.
Yes.
A Lucky Strike.
All Mall is smooth pull, easy on the throat. Like, what? It's a cigarette, you mean?
Always toasted.
Yes, toasted for your pleasure. Like the Jews. They were very offensive back then. It was a different time, people. Disavow anyone here that needs to. Disavow.
They won.
Yeah. What do you...